Welcome to the first season of Bushwhackers. Today, we are near Kamloops, BC. Let's get out there and whack some bushes. But first, we have some special guests with us. Our forestry expert, Hannah, and our naturalist, Todd. Now, let's go whack some bushes. So, right down below us, in this valley, there's supposed to be like a bunch of marshes, and we're gonna go down there and whack some bushes. So, let's go. So, Hannah, what is the climate like around here, and what vegetation grows?
Well, as you can see, it's very dry. We have mostly grass and open areas with some trees, but they're limited by moisture. We have lots of Douglas fir and lots of this very dry site, Rocky Mountain juniper. It's really, really hard to say. This is a big tree that's probably had a lot of fires.
Whoa! What's that?
Well, that's a large old Douglas fir. It's obviously experienced some fire over the years.
How can you tell?
Well, this is all burnt, right? And it's possible this was used by indigenous people as a place to have a little campfire like this up and just sit against the bank here and be warm and maybe spend the night. But it could just be natural fire too.
What's this down here?
What's what?
The path.
Oh. I think this is actually where a tree died many, many years ago. You can see kind of remnants of tree and bits of cube rock and bark maybe. Actually, you can see a bit of the tree right here.
How are we gonna get down this? What do you think? I'm pretty sure we might just be able to climb our way down. I almost fell down. Whoa.
Here, come down this way. Ooh, slid down there.
This cliff is huge. Look at that thing. You might have just made an undiscovered geological find. Here we have a tree in our way. Now, I've cleared a path through. So, we've come down into this gully here, and there's some new plant species. Maybe our forester can tell us what they are.
Well, this is thimbleberry, which would have very nice berries if it had gotten a little bit more moisture. And these may be violets because of this wet draw that we're in. It's a little hard to tell now that they're dried up.
So, I know what this tree is, but for the viewers, what kind of tree is this?
This is a ponderosa pine tree.
Now, look at that bush. What kind is it?
That is a supalali bush, or buffalo berry, or bearberry. It has a variety of names.
Let's go whack it. So, what's this plant over here?
That is rabbit brush, which blooms in the fall. It would have bloomed in September, and you can see it still has a few little buds on it.
So now we're nearing a more flat area, and I assume that we're going to be near the bottom of this basin soon. Okay, so maybe it's not so flat ground. So, what do you think happened to this tree?
I don't think I've ever seen a tree that looks quite like this, so I'm honestly not sure. But it's certainly made for an interesting tree.
You think it might be some kind of genetic mutation?
No, not really. I think it's some kind of a disease that's made the tree grow in a very strange way.
There's a bunch of trees in the way, so we're not completely sure, but let's just head through the trees and see if we can make it. Okay, look at this. So, this was probably somebody's like hole and digging site. Here we can see the remnants of a old shovel, and this is probably their coffee pot, their pot. They have a kettle, and this is a lantern. Right here would probably be the hole that they were trying to dig to make some money digging for gold or whatever.
And look, this must be a stove.
I wonder if it was an old stove. Probably was. So, this looks like it must have been like an old cabin or something like that burnt down, making lots of room for vegetation and trees. So we've come to a bit of a bushwhacking section, and I'm gonna see if I can try and get through these trees here. Okay, so we just left the road because we heard the sound of water, and we found this creek. So we're going to try and cross it. Our naturalist and forester have already crossed. This water is very slippery after the latest rainfall. Look at those icicle sculptures. So the battery ran out on our other camera, so we're using our backup camera. And our naturalist is currently looking for life forms in the water.
Oh no, I'm looking for gold.
Okay, so our naturalist is looking for gold in the water, and we're trying to cross this bridge.
There isn't any.
Okay, so right ahead, there's like an opening, and we've been going along here for a while, and there's cows. So we need to try and not get rammed, because some of them will have pigeons. Okay, so apparently we have found the marshes, so our mission is accomplished. We're just gonna go through the cow field just because that's our only way to get back to like the car and our camera equipment and everything. Okay, so let me show you our route. So we were up there, like up there where the car was. So then we came down here. About right over there, there's a stream. So then we went down over to there and came down out here to the cow fields. Now, if the cows get in our way, we might not make it back. Alright, that was the first episode of Bushwhackers. Now, let's head back to the car.
Alright.